Glory to the world. Today we have an amazing EP. It's by an all-female power metal band. This EP is just blistering, amazing artwork. And this is great for fans of Fate Gear and Mary's Blood, both power metal bands from Japan as well. This EP starts off with some nice, elegant orchestral parts. I believe that bands do not do this enough, orchestral bits, and especially in power metal. I want to see this more and more in power metal. This is a very dynamic EP, very dynamic band. They have a lot to bring to the table. This is a new band, a young band, only came out in 2016, but they are progressing very, very quickly, and I like that about this band. This is my favorite release from this band, so that says a lot because they have, even though they're young, they're only a few years old, they have quite the discography. All right, when talking about their previous work, I really like the leap that was made in the vocals. I really enjoy the vocals on this EP. They were amazing on the other stuff, but they've taken quite the step forward. And instrument-wise, rhythmic-wise, it's just constantly drilling into your skull, just pounding nonstop, 180, 220 beats per minute, just pounding that into your skull with the melodies on top of that you would expect and the harmonies that you would expect in power metal. And when talking about the leads and melodies are very melodic and happy feeling, which is not unique in power metal. It matches the vocals well, the melodies and the vocals, but just blistering legatos and arpeggios all over the place. And there's many parts of this EP, the short EP, where the two lead guitarists are kind of almost doing like a duel, but they kind of prop up each other and kind of progress the melodies in a very, very nice way. And with very fast-paced, blistering melodies in 4/4, it's almost hard to find places to play outside the pocket. So the bass and the drums are nice, and that they fit the pocket very well, and they add the intensity needed for this style of music. And with the leads, the extended solos, the constant and extended lead parts were very, very nice and tasteful. They kind of reminded me of some Malmsteen, some neoclassical power metal style of influence there, and it was really enjoyable. I really loved towards the ending of the first song, Glory to the World, on this EP, where the guitar and the vocals kind of almost do like a duet. It's very nice before extending into the outro solo part. It kind of builds and then progresses, and then you just get a nice climax before going into like a second climax that is the solo itself, which kind of extends in a way that spotlights the guitars, and then the drums and bass come in and just start pounding the skull again, like I said before. It's rather nice and tasteful. But that guitar, in that particular spot, the guitar and vocals, it makes a really nice almost duet feel. Like you see that in other genres too, like something that Cemetery Gates comes to mind with the outro with the vocals, Phil's vocals and Dimebag's guitar when he does the whammy harmonics, almost does like a duet. It's very nice. It's almost like a cry of desperation. Well, here it's kind of the opposite. It's like a duet, but it's like a climatic, inspirational, happy, just uplifting, but very strong and intense, kind of climatic feel that it brings forth, which is very, very nice. And to go with that happy, inspirational feel, I think the vocals in general on this EP are very inspiring, and that's not unique with power metal. Very, I wouldn't say happy consistently, but kind of uplifting. And something that is unique about this band, and I want to talk about this particular spot after the intro to Paranoia, it almost goes thrash metal, which is nice. I enjoy that. It's kind of like thrash metal, but with very clean vocals, not power metal vocals. It does this for a while. Probably, I think it does this for 2 verses and then repeats those verses twice. So it's very nice. It's after the intro and Paranoia, and I kind of like when they step away from their pocket, band pocket, or they step away from their normal ebbs and flows, and then kind of goes into this unique spot and discovers this new feel on the EP. I thought that was very nice. And then after that, it goes back into the more blistering melodies and more power metal stuff that you see in a lot of Japan power metal, but this also very, very distinctly goes with the more traditional Western music in terms of melodies. And I think that's fitting for this band. It's a very westernized, which Japan's a very Western nation. Don't get me wrong, but they do have their, Japanese pentatonic scales and stuff like that. That I do gain influence from with my own music. I try to incorporate some of that stuff in there with my song Forgery. I use the Japanese pentatonic scale all over the place with the outro solo. These guys very particularly play a lot of traditional Western melodies. It doesn't take away from anything that you would want to hear from this band. So all in all, I give this a very, very positive review, especially if you're into power metal band. And I see this band breaking new ground all the time. They keep bettering themselves with each release, even though they're releasing stuff all over the place. I would like to see them live. I hear that they're great live, and it's more of a band that you're supposed to see live and not really focus too much on the studio work, but it's presented better when you hear them live. And the theatrics are pretty great in terms of the the music video for A Glory to the World. I thought it was very cool. It kind of reminded me of Nightwish's I think it's Bye Bye Beautiful, where but they're not all female, that band, but the music video is all female, and it's kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of that. That song's quite a bit older than this EP, but it kind of reminded me of that. And that band's worth checking out. They're from Scandinavia, that area of the world. I'm excited to see what they come up with next. I would like to see them live. I would love to go to Japan and see a bunch of these bands live, like Fake Gear that I mentioned before, and Mary's Blood. I'd love to see them come here with a band like Delane or something like that. That would be pretty cool. Or bring the old lady to that. But, very positive. I like the theatrics, music-wise, the epicness in the theatrics, music-wise, and I like the theatrics in a more visual sense in terms of their live performances and in their music videos, in particular the new music video that was released just a few weeks ago, like 3 weeks ago. So, let me know what you think about this EP. I thought it was great. I'm excited to hear what they come up with in the future. In future, let me know if you have any ideas for me to look into with in terms of an album or EP release. I think I'm going to do Surge's from System of a Down's release tomorrow, because he actually wrote that. I think he had that album written to be released by System of a Down, but things did not work out well quickly enough. I think they are going to get back together, but I don't think it happened quickly enough for Surge's liking to where he just released it under his own name. And, always moving forward, nothing wrong with that. But I think I'm going to do a review on that. And maybe another review tomorrow as well. So let me know what you think. Am I off on this or not? I assume if you're watching this far, you probably enjoyed the album. But, if I'm off on anything, let me know. All right, peace out.